about half of all pregnancies in the United States are unplanned pregnancies. Not necessarily unwanted, but unplanned. That adds up to a lot of men and women, because remember, it does take two, who find themselves in a place they don't necessarily want to be. Now, how do most men and women control pregnancy? Well, through birth control, of course, the topic of this program. Here's what we're going to do in the next few moments. We're going to take a look at the top methods of birth control men and women use today. We're going to spend time with
when we do
two of the top educators in the area of birth control.
Really brief anatomy lesson.
It's because
they are community educators, and their job every day is to teach people what methods of birth control are available.
Like we saw,
they are excellent at explaining these things in everyday, easy to understand language.
Understanding of the internal reproductive anatomy of a female. We're clear on, the ovaries, and we know there's eggs in the ovaries, and we talk about ovulation, and I'll draw a picture to kind of give them a visual.
We'll also take a look at the latest charts of effectiveness of birth control rates at the beginning and at the end of this program, so you can see the birth control methods side by side and their latest statistical success rates. And quickly, two disclaimers right off the top. First, know that this is an independently produced program. Now, what that means is no drug company or birth control brand is funding any of this program, so you'll get an unbiased look at the top methods available today. And secondly, also know that no value judgments or decisions will be made during this program, as in no opinions of right or wrong, again, so you'll get a fair look at all the methods available today. But first, we're going to take a few moments to explain the biology of pregnancy, something many fully don't understand. Understanding how pregnancy happens, of course, will help you to make better birth control decisions. So let's begin by talking about how pregnancy happens and begin with the female's reproductive organs. They include ovaries, fallopian tubes, a uterus, and a vagina. Each month, one of the woman's ovaries releases an egg into her fallopian tube during what's called ovulation. This happens about 12 to 14 days before the start of her period. If a woman has intercourse during this time, ovulation, meaning a male sperm is introduced inside her reproductive organs, she can get pregnant. A look under the microscope shows her one egg or ovum and the millions of sperm cells swimming around her egg. If one of these cells joins with her egg, fertilization has occurred. Next, the egg will attempt to attach and grow in the lining of the uterus, and then pregnancy has occurred. With the exception of sterilization, a completely different birth control category, the types of birth control we're going to talk about typically do one or more of 5 different things. Block the sperm from reaching the egg, kill or damage the sperm, keep eggs from being released each month.
Not outside the vagina, but they'll be clipped so that somebody can actually check that. And this hormonal IUD is actually good for 5 years.
There is also a copper IUD, which releases small amounts of copper into the uterus, which prevents the egg from being fertilized and, in rare instances, prevents the egg from attaching to the wall of the uterus. Another hormonal method that requires a healthcare professional place it inside the female's body is an implant.
Another one of our newer methods is called the Implanon implant. And basically this is just another example of what it looks like. It's a very small plastic rod the size of a matchstick.
The birth control, as in whether a prescription is needed or you can buy it over the counter, actually varies from state by state. So ask your healthcare provider about that. Also, make sure you ask your healthcare provider about possible side effects of any type of birth control you might be interested in.